This playthrough is rated T for teen.
You thought it was over, folks? Well, it's not quite over till Kevin sings. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with a bonus episode for Front Mission DS. So what this is this is the final special mission of the game. You have to beat the game twice, and after the credits roll, it immediately jumps into the battle. So you can choose everyone who is with you during the game, but I think we should do it with just Kevin because there's really no reason to choose anyone else, and you'll find out why here in a second. You're probably thinking, well, I can choose Haley, Howard, Gina, and Guerilla. Where's Johnny and Matthew? Well, let's choose just to play as Kevin and find out. Oh yeah, here's my final stats for the game. By the way, I have I got Kevin to level 48 over the course of the game. Got him the speed guide 3, dual 2, switch 1, and first level 2. I beefed up his melee, short and long stat. Dodge is kind of just hard to just get high in no matter what it is. You just have to, block all the time or take gunfire like commonly to get that up. But anyway, let's choose as Kevin. I like the little float-in animation. This is the UCS Army Border Security Force. Cease fire immediately, or there will be trouble. Nice RoboCop reference. The UCS Army, what are they doing here? Enough bloodshed for one day. Leave now or we'll open fire. This is Miller, Greenfield. What the hell do you think you're doing? We don't have jurisdiction over that area. Get your men out, and I mean now. No, sir. Can't stand by while innocents are being killed. This is probably why the lieutenant is still, well, a lieutenant. It's for the best. I don't think he would stand doing desk work for long anyway. All units were defending this village. The enemy is using outdated vehicles, but they still outnumber us. Don't let them surround you. All right, let's do it. Yeah, final bonus mission of the game, and we get a couple of extra units with us. We got an Infernal with decent HP, move 16. And the name of the pilot is Daryl. Yes, for those who are familiar with Front Mission lore, this is Daryl from Front Mission 4. He's also plays a minor part in Front Mission 5 as well. But here he is level 14. He's got average stats all around. He's got the stun ability. He's got the Gale shotgun and the Blizzia punch, which is usually how I like the fact that they build him like that because that's how he's built in Front Mission 4. Is he's mainly built to be a shotgun or a short user like shotgun or machine gun and melee build. That's kind of like how he's set up. You could build him however you want, but that's just how he's set up in the default in the main game. So it's I like the attention to detail there. So also Kazuki from Front Mission 3 is also built like that too. We also get Rengiz in the mundane. Not as good stats, but he's got a high move at 20. He's level 12. Average stats overall, but as long as stats is best. He's got the dual ability. He's got the Ebus rifle and the Orcus punch, which in Front Mission 4, Rengiz uses a rifle as well. So nice, another nice attention to detail. And yeah, if you and when you start the battle, Matthew and Johnny automatically join your team. So you could put everyone on your team, but it's kind of overkill with who we have to fight here. So anyway, we got type 10s here. They have 80 HP. The body unit only, move 14. They're level 6. They got 10s and everything. They have the speed ability. They have the art assault machine gun and bone missiles. Also got Conrado here with 300 HP, body unit only, move 12. He's a commander unit at level 12, 12s and everything. He's got the speed ability, and he's got the BE-11 bazooka, so I don't know why he has the speed ability, whatever. Okay, and then we've got more, just more type 10s and everything around here. Yeah, it's kind of a slaughter, really, especially with everyone I've got here. So, yeah, let's show off, let's see if I can't really do much with them because they're kind of a bit far away, but yeah, Daryl and Rengiz aren't really going to be as useful here, just because, because we could just like plow through everyone with Kevin and everyone else. So let's show off the Dragon Fang really quick. The Dragon Fang is a melee item you can only get in second playthroughs onward. It's when the Blackhounds start. It's the third battle before the finale, or no, it's the third to last battle of the game when the Blackhounds encounter you. It's before you have Maria. Oh wait, no, I think it's before. No, it's before you go to Arbido or Abode or whatever. And anyway, it's a melee weapon. But it's a special melee weapon in the game. It's one of one of 2 weapons that immediately gives you 500, at least a minimum of 500 experience, even if you miss. And it ridiculously raises your experience growth on melee, or if you get the Zeke rifle in the OCU campaign, it raises your short stat. But yeah, as you can see here, normally my stats wouldn't be this high by this point, but because I've been using the Dragon Fang, it's raised my melee up to at least 45 by using it over the course of only like so many battles. The only bad thing about the Dragon Fang is you can't use a shoulder weapon while having it, but you know, if you're trying to build a melee character, the only problem is it takes the second playthrough to do that. By that point, you've probably built people up naturally by that point, but oh well, whatever. All right, let's take these Type 10s out. So yeah, over the course of when I replayed through the game, which didn't actually take me that long to do, I made a lot of my people maxed out their short and long stats just so they could just plow through like all the competition throughout the levels. Yeah, going through New Game Plus really kind of makes the main game kind of easy, like super easy. Although even if I raised the in-game character stats or the in-game enemy stats, I still would have plowed through them. I chose the default difficulty for them. I could have raised their stats slightly more. Every time you beat the game, though, you get the chance to improve the stats even further with when you replay the game. Yeah, see, I've almost maxed out the melee. Yeah, no one has shields this time because I could take the damage this time. This guy's probably got to do like hardly any damage to me, yeah, because his levels are so low. No, there's the rest of them. Yeah, come on, give me that dodge stat, sure. Even though we're pretty much almost maxed out with everything except dodge, so why not? Not funny how they're not going after Daryl. And Daryl, and like all battles, if Kevin dies, it's game over. Although, if Kevin dies this battle, I'll be very sad. Because it's like, you know, at this point, you should be, especially on a second playthrough, you should pretty almost maxed out most of your stats by that point. So, even on the higher difficulties. Alright, let me show off the other enemies that popped up in the background here. We got ourselves some Tenduses. Yeah, look at that. They're like no HP at all. They're level 13. They got, you know, like 13s and unders in their stats. They got the stun ability. They got the F2 Tonfas, the Tendus Punch, and WS2 shields on both shoulders. And then we've also got the Probate or whatever. Also really bad HP. Move 12, level 5. They got the double ability, and they've got the Flame Fox flamethrower and the Raptor FX machine gun. And that's the same with the this side over here, as you can see. More of them. Yeah, nothing. I think the reason they're so low is so Daryl and them don't get like wrecked while fighting these guys, so they don't get just like outright destroyed. Even though like doesn't matter at this point. I guess I could have chosen everyone to join just to make this fight go by a little bit faster. But why not? Let's purposely handicap ourselves for like a hot minute. So, I mean, technically, I could probably just beat this whole thing with just Kevin. Really. Yeah, and I also let them get an attack in, so we could show off their attack animations. You can't even beat him in one shot, Kevin or Daryl. What's wrong with you? How about you? Take my rifle. Nope. Still missed with rifles. Lovely. Now let's max out our melee stat while we're here. Alright, now our melee stat is maxed out. Bring it on. Yeah, see. 99999. Sorry, Conrado. You are gone, Rado. The only problem is it's going to take a hot minute for all those mechs to get me, so that's why I have the Godlet legs on. Although the only problem is, like, when it comes to certain hills, hover can't go over hills for some reason. Yeah, that's a weird thing about the game mechanics when it comes to, like, certain leg usage. There's certain things that the hover will not go over. If it's too big of a gap from, like, one spot to the next, you just will not be able to go over it unless it's bipedal legs. you know, see with how little damage they're doing, that's not really gonna do much to Ringas and Daryl. Although at first when I saw their in-game avatars, I was like, man, those pictures do well. Ringas looked like himself, but Daryl looked a little off. But then again, he is supposed to be younger by this point in the series, so he hasn't gotten to the point where he's fed up with the just working at the UCS and being left in the background, you know. Yeah, I still almost argue that that 4 might be my favorite still. I don't know. 3's really. I mean, I like all the front missions. It's just sometimes there's the 4th game has a lot of charm that it's hard to ignore. But I don't know, man. It's a tough one. I mean, obviously playing this one, I've enjoyed this a lot too. Obviously, but weirdly enough, I didn't grow up with this one. I played this one after Front Mission 3 and 4. When I found out about emulation and stuff like that, so I was able to play old games. This is before this came out on like the DS and stuff like that. Ooh, you gained a level. Ring is. But this is before these games were officially translated and you could buy them later on. Because, you know, when I was playing these games, these were just Japan only, and they were just but a glint in gamers' eyes, except for those who've gotten hold of these games and tried to translate them on their own. So, which is what when I did the original playthrough for Front Mission 1, I played a fan translation of the game. Not the best translation, but it got pretty much the gist of it. So, all right, just wail on this guy. You know you can do it unless you miss. Yay! I knew I could. I knew I could believe in you. Maybe I should have left that other guy there for Daryl to like work on. Oh well. All right, get over closer, dudes. Ha! You block. You cannot stop my machine gun of terror. But yeah, this is more. This fight is more just for fun. Like just nothing to get stressed out about. You've already beaten the game. That would be crazy though if like the game all of a sudden threw like some super dangerous like fight like right at the very last second. You're like, whoa, hold on now. This is crazy, man. I think that would have been funny actually to me if like you beat the game and then after the credits are like, oh, here's the most difficult boss in the game, you know. But if you did that, you'd have to like have a loss scenario where if you lose, it doesn't mean you have to play the final battle again. You know, you could just enjoy the credits afterwards or whatever. Yeah, it gives me a chance to like kind of talk about the game in general, overall. Even though I did talk about it previously, but you know, yeah, I think Front Mission is still a classic. But yeah, you could tell like they hadn't quite figured out like a lot of the controls or making certain abilities more useful than others, and like the whole rifles being short weapons when they're rifles. Like, why would you make a rifle that you have to hit someone right in the middle of combat when the whole point of a rifle is to hit someone from far away? So I think it could have been a coding thing where it was just something they couldn't really code in or something like that. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know all the difficulties, but I know the SNES, there was definitely a lot of limitations, you know, memory and all that other stuff. So there's certain things I couldn't do. That's why in the DS version, they added, you know, the rifles that actually had range to them, and other options, you know, different types of weapons. Because, yeah, this game, they kind of, a lot of, fortunately, certain weapons and armor do kind of get albatrosses. Certain weapons kind of like become obsolete quite easily, and oh, there you go. And a lot of armors are pretty much almost useless to use. I mean, you might use certain armor or certain builds just for fun, which I mean, depending on which campaign you're using, it's reasonable. It's fine to do that. It's just I don't know. I kind of wish there was a bit more major difference between the armors. Then again, I guess Front Mission's always had a problem with that. Sometimes there's just clearly better builds in this game, no matter how you build a character. You know, if you're going to go long range, yeah, I guess we'll just leave these guys behind. They're pretty much not going to get to they don't have the movement. You can't run away from me. I'm the gingerbread man. You'll have to fight me at some point. You think they'd just run away with like the wholesale slaughter I've been giving them? Yeah, I forgot how much I like the soundtrack to this game as well. Been listening to some remaster versions as overall. Like I said, it's not the best soundtrack in the world, but I do like it a lot. I mean, mainly probably because I've been playing the game for like a month plus total, like with each episode. Well, not each episode being a month, but just overall the series took me over. Well, actually, no, I guess it'd take me over 2 months actually with how many episodes. But yeah, we'll just leave them there. Yeah, too bad. Well, never mind. I'm trying to think. Too bad there weren't more special missions that you could do over the course of the game, because on the OCU campaign there's only 4, and then on this, and then the UCS there's only 5. So, oh well. I bet they probably could only add so much. But anyway, with that, the Guerillas are dead, and we've finished the game officially 100%. So let's let this finish up and leave it off there. The enemy is retreating, sir. Sir, I've got contacts on Area D2. Looks like another group of hostiles are moving towards a refugee camp to the south. Your orders, sir? We can reach that area on foot. Give me a satellite image of the area, Haley. Remember, people, our job is to protect UCS citizens from all nations. Let's move out. Yes, sir. Hey, Daryl, I think our squad leader might have skipped a few classes in officer school. So what if he breaks a few rules here and there? It beats going by the book. Besides, I don't want to relive Huffman. Too many civvies died there. Well, we couldn't do anything. I hear you. Well, at least we won't be bored anytime soon. And for defeating the last special mission of the game, we get the Gygus, which is another mobile unit. 40 defense, 600 HP, 2000 power, and 260 weight. And nice to hear the complete mission music one last time. So, but anyway, for defeating everyone, we get 6,230 Huffman dollars. And yeah, no one died, so or got destroyed. The end. So that's it for that. So front mission's done, and I'm on to other things. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next game.